introduce.
Yo, my name is Angel Manuel.
And my name is Chef Uncle Melvin.
And this is Mansplaining Done Right. We have a very special guest with us today.
Extremely special.
Melvin, would you like to...
Oh, I get the honors?
Take the honors,
We have my brother, my I guess you could say my artist, my better half. Would you like to introduce yourself, my brother?
Bro, my name Pac-Man, bro.
Yes, High City Pac-Man. What's it called? 400 million views on YouTube so far.
You just over-exaggerated.
Because it was 389 million, Melvin.
Yeah,
obviously.
Exactly.
Y'all crazy as hell.
So we have High City Pac-Man here, a fellow rapper who... How long have you been doing it, Pac?
What, rapping?
Rapping. Like, really saying, okay, this is what I'm going to do with my life.
Oh, man. Like 5 months, technically.
Really?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't start taking rapping seriously, so I just came home from jail.
Mm-hmm. So then, because Melvin told me you actually did some music a few years ago that actually got huge.
Yeah, I was playing when I did that shit. Like, I did it because, like, I don't know. I've been writing raps for... Now, I've been writing raps for, like, 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've been knowing how to rap my whole life. You feel me? I just never took that shit serious.
So then, at what point were you like, holy shit, like, I think I can make this happen?
When I was locked up and I heard that my shit did like $500,000.
Mm-hmm. And you were like, oh fuck, we gotta chase this money.
Yeah, I ain't believe it though. I ain't believe like it did that many views until I came home. You feel me? And then I seen that shit and I was like, yeah, I gotta keep doing it. But I wrote raps the whole time I was in jail.
Mm-hmm.
I lost them my first day out. I lost like 250 raps my first day out. Like within like the first hour.
What do you mean lose?
I gave my shit to a dinky and then, you feel me? I left with another dinky and I knew I wasn't gonna get my shit back.
I don't know what a dinky is.
A whore.
Oh. Okay. I mean, I didn't want to. I don't know.
No, like I went on like my first day out. Like I went on a block. I didn't go home, bro. Like I didn't pop pills, smoke weed either. I was just sober as hell, high off life.
Just happy to be home.
What? Happy is an understatement.
Ecstatic, elated.
I went home at like 7
aroused.
o'clock the next morning. I made it determined that I get some butt the first day out. Like I'm like I'm not going. Like it wasn't. You feel me? But I was like, yeah, I'm not going home till I clap something, bro.
I agree 100%.
But Burnham was out. Someone like my first day out. Burnham was out there. Like they was out there deep as fuck.
It's beautiful, bro.
Damn. So you came home, got some pussy, heard your music was doing great.
I don't even listen to them songs no more.
You don't even listen to your old music?
I don't listen to like a lot of like I listen to off my new mixtape that I just dropped, bro. I listen to that like 3 songs out of 14.
Wait, so you make music but you don't listen back to it?
I listen back to it, like I remember it all. It's all memorized. I can rap every verse off every song, like, and most of that shit probably freestyle any fucking way. Like off the tape, I only wrote like 3 songs.
Wow, that's dope.
And out of the 3 songs I wrote, only listen to 1 of the 3.
Well, that's crazy because for me, you know, I have to write line by line because like I've tried freestyling before and it like I know myself and I know how I want it to sound, and if I don't like perfect it, then it won't come out perfect in my opinion. So I don't know. That's just me.
I don't know, bro. I just wrote the song "Play Me." I don't know if you heard it. I wrote that song in like 20 minutes.
I played it for him the last time.
The one that you recorded right here?
No. That was a music video. I'm talking about the one. Do you remember when I was posting?
When you were showing me music? Okay, yeah. I did hear it.
I wrote this song and like, I can't say I wrote this song. I wrote the chorus, and I wrote the chorus fast as hell, and I wrote like the first verse. And after that, it was just ball game.
I think I definitely deserve some credit for that because he was using my phone to listen to the beat while he wrote the verse on his phone at the time. So I definitely should get executive producer credit on that.
You want to EP it because he used your phone?
Yeah, I think it's only fair.
What's fair is fair, man. I'm not gonna lie. Damn, that's dope. So then, what do you have coming out anytime soon?
I mean, like right now, I got some DG4K coming. Like that shit don't come to like next year though.
Shirts coming soon. No?
Shirts, a lot like shirts, like headbands,
Wristbands, ankle bracelets.
Nah, I don't know about all that, but hoodies, bandanas, all type of shit, bro.
Crop tops. Any,
wife beaters.
Any way you could
sports
get it.
bras.
All of it.
Off Trap Money Entertainment?
Socks.
Off Trap Money Entertainment.
TrapMoneyEntertainment.com?
No. TrapMoneyEntertainmentForever.com.
Okay.
Trap. Okay.
It's not actually a website.
Oh. Well then, look up High City Pac-Man. You know, shout out to Melvin's brother.
You can Google it.
Yeah, he been doing numbers.
Been doing 400 million. Shit, he's about to move Taylor Swift out of the way.
Man, I wish.
I do too.
So
I
then,
love some Taylor Swift. I listen to Taylor Swift though. That's the fucked up part. I don't listen to a lot of rap music.
really, you listen to everything but rap?
I wouldn't say everything but rap. Like I listen to like a whole different kind of like. I like to explore music. I like music as a whole. You feel me? Like I like listening to old rap, like KRS-One and Biggie.
So then, what's kind of like your ultimate goal from music? Dedicating yourself for the past few months.
The ultimate goal.
Ultimate goal
to make enough money to pay scientists to find a way for us to live forever.
Hey, really? That's the goal?
You may think that
dead ass serious.
Really?
Yeah, so serious. Like we've had this conversation on several instances, and I mean, for those of you who can't really hear it, this man has been he's been rolling a wood the whole time, and I mean, and
he's been smoking this entire time.
But so you just may think that this is something he's saying because he's inebriated. No, this is very serious. Like his mindset on this perspective is very massive.
I'm dead ass, bro.
So then, you want to live forever?
He not trying to buy his mama a house or nothing. He's just trying to live forever.
I'm trying to buy OG some medicine to make her live forever, bro. I don't want to see people die.
That's respectable.
I mean, you could like if you want to die, then you could go do that shit that they talking about. You feel me? Like that other shit that we're gonna get into later.
Yeah.
But I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one.
Yeah, I know.
That shit over with, bro. I'm gonna find a way. I'm determined.
And
if I don't find a way, I'll come close enough that somebody else will.
And something that's funny, the reason I'm asking questions and not Melvin is because Melvin has been hanging out with this guy for how long, Melvin?
What's it called? Him and I met in 7th grade, and I mentioned this in the 2 episodes back when we did the little brief interviews of each other to get the audience to get to know us. But I met him in 7th grade, and we kind of clicked. I don't even remember how we kind of clicked really quickly over our like mutual love of like graffiti art, and basically I was like, what how old are you in 7th grade? Like 12, going on 13.
12, 13,
yeah, so it's
young.
like you're pretty young, and we kind of stopped talking for like all of 2014, and it was just one of those things where we kind of just drifted apart, not in a negative way, but we just kind of drifted apart. But I mean, collectively, like I've known bros for almost 7 years.
Yeah, so this is Melvin's like homie, right?
Yeah, I mean, we spent a lot of nights not showering, like sleeping in my room and shit, trying to figure out what rooftop we would paint the following night.
That was fun though. We was young, we was fun, we was like, and like I don't know.
Wait, so you're 20?
Yeah.
So what do you got, or what do you think, Pac? And I've talked to Melvin about new rap nowadays.
It's not rap, it's entertainment.
What do you mean?
Rap is rap. Rap got a meaning to it. Music nowadays don't got a meaning.
Like it's just random words on a beat type shit.
Basically, like I've done it. I've done, like honestly, like I've done it because like that's what you want to hear. So I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give you what you want. That's what I do. But also that's why I write songs to let you know that, bro.
You can still do it.
No, that I'm always gonna be able to do it.
Yeah, I
feel
mean,
me?
And I completely agree. I feel as if nowadays, like,
but it's like a lyrical standpoint. I write to be lyrical. I freestyle to give you what you want because that's what the fuck you want to hear. I know what you want to hear.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, like, you know, it's one thing to write down a dope ass, 16-bar verse, but then it's a whole nother thing. Like Melvin's good friend Lil Pump to just scream Derrick Rose 2,500 times on a song, kind of like to entertain.
But I mean, the fact is, I think it's important to acknowledge that, because the fact that, what is the song called? I mean, Derrick Rose is one of the one, but his newest song, Gucci Gang or something.
Oh yeah,
like
Gucci
that,
Gang.
it's like number like 7 on like the billboards, and it's like one of those things where he's just like a charting artist, you know, and it's like one of those things where no matter, I seen a DJ Academics post, he was just like, no matter how much you don't like this dude, he's averaging like 1 million plus followers a month, like, and then his song is number 7 on the billboards, he's making money, and he's like 16. So it's like, regardless of what you think about him, like, he's a prime example of rap not needing to be rap anymore. You know what I mean? Like, you can easily get famous and rich, not just famous and rich, off of
a good beat and saying whatever the fuck.
A good beat is
it
something.
It really be the beat though that bring the person in.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If you could ride a beat, you got the right words, you got you a hit.
Yeah,
I agreed.
But it'd be crazy that people don't play. Like, I like playing with words, using words. Like, I like vocabulary. I like reading.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the vocabulary that they use is the same. Like, I don't know. The metaphors be weak. But, like, I ain't gonna even front the move, bro. Like, a lot of this new shit, the metaphors be weak as fuck. But how they ride the beat be right. You feel me?
Yeah, I completely agree. But at the same time, you gotta think, like, you know, rap's been around for 30, 35 years. Everybody's kind of heard everything now.
I still listen to Wayne, bro. Like, I still listen to Eminem. I still listen to, like, because I want to, like, learn new words when I read, bro. I want to hear shit that probably I ain't heard, bro. I find songs by people I ain't heard every day.
That's dope.
You feel me? And I don't discriminate on songs. I do find a lot of songs by a lot of new artists good. You feel me? Like, they good. Sometimes they get lyrical. I like it. Like, it's certain artists I do like. You feel me? But
is there anybody you would want to work with, like, off this new school?
they would have to write their music, bro.
What do you mean?
Like, they would have to really write their music, bro.
Like they can't just go in bullshit.
Nah, they not finna come on my song and just say anything. That shit over with.
Yeah, I respect that.
Who's somebody that does it a lot? I mean, if we're talking about like big guys from Chicago, I mean, I know
nobody from Chicago.
Yeah, bro.
No. Now you're trying to be funny.
No, I'm not trying to be funny, bro. I mean,
we've talked about this.
Wait,
well,
you don't want to work with anybody from Chicago?
No.
Oh, well, you got me there. I mean, what's it called?
No.
I mean, fair
people in Chicago, like, I ain't go front the move, and I'm from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I work with my homie, High City Rico. We work all the time.
Yeah.
This is my boy. Just as long as I've known bro, I've known him. So, if not technically longer, but it's just like, gee, that like, bro, motherfuckers don't know how to work. People like gangbanging on their songs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're not finna gangbang on my song.
Because you want it for the music, not for the gang shit.
I'm
and
not
niggas have died.
Nah, I ain't worried about none of that shit. I keep that bitch with me, bro. But I don't want to have to smoke yo out because I did a song with you, bro. Because if I have to do something to him, I'm going to do something to you, too. Because you put me in a position. It's all about responsibility, bro.
So you're saying more along the lines of it's either going to be music or gang, you can't mix them together?
I mean, I mix it together, but I don't look, let me clear that up. I mix it together like in my lyrics or whatever. But business, no.
Like you, because I'm
business,
sure you know.
This business. Like, yeah. if you from over there, keep that shit over there.
I've never been a huge fan of the whole idea that you can't mix like the streets and rap, because a lot of rap, like especially if you talk about the emergent, like when gangster rap emerged or reality rap, you know, because like guys like Cool G Rap and stuff like that don't call it gangster rap, they just call it reality rap. Like even though they're talking about like niggas getting shot, them having to shoot at niggas, them selling drugs, like
they call it reality rap because that's what's going on.
Yeah. Exactly.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like people in Chicago don't rap about what's going on. They really rap about what's going on, bro. But that's what's going on over there. So you could keep all that shit over there. Plus, bro, I don't mix with other like people either. If it's not their gang, I ain't trying to talk to you anyway. If it ain't about money.
Rico Reckless feature coming soon.
Nah, ain't no Rico Reckless shit coming soon. That shit dead. That shit definitely dead. Oh, bro. But what I'm through that is garbage. But look, for real, bro, that shit weak, bro.
I've never heard of Rico Reckless.
Bro, I can't listen to that shit. Nah, he got one song called "Hit 'Em Up." I like that shit though.
That was something like that was something that got him famous.
Other than that "Hit 'Em Up" song, bro, that shit garbage, bro. God, that's like, you know how people make one hit wonders.
Mm-hmm.
He should have stopped there.
Bro, he's not even a one hit wonder though. To be honest, you gotta give Rico.
No. I'm gonna give him his credit, bro, because he's still doing mills on it too. But that music is bunk.
I can't.
I can't listen to too much other artists. I ain't finna keep saying names either, but I don't listen to because that shit bunk.
Yeah, you right, bro.
Well, I'll be honest with you.
Right.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know too much other music from Chicago, at least, only because like I write my own stuff, and I know you because of Melvin, and like that's really pretty much it. Like I don't know anybody else.
I mean, I know plenty of people because I think I mentioned this in a couple of in one of the previous podcasts, but as far as from like just my graduating class alone from Bond, there's like 10 guys. From there that like are that were really actively trying to be rappers. Shout out to to Darius Loa and the Noochi guys. They were actually doing something pretty cool. Like they had a really unique style and stuff like that. And then they kind of just fizzled out. Like Darius Loa, like he released like a little EP and all the songs were hot. It was like only 4 songs, but they were hot. And then they kind of just fizzled out. Like they had like a little solid group But for the most part, there's just a massive abundance of like just guys that are like trying to rap. So it's like I could definitely understand why you wouldn't necessarily want to associate yourself with that because there's just so many. Like my best friend goes to a podcast, not a podcast. I'm sorry, she goes to an open mic like every week, and there's always just not the same guys, but there's always just a massive amount of guys who are like trying to be rappers and trying to get some notoriety, and it's just like. Realistically, everybody's your competition in this game, so it's like you can't just be too friendly, I feel. Yeah,
and I kind of understood that when I, decided to somewhat take it seriously because I still have to work and go to school, and that's like, and I'm saying that to say, like, pick who you want to be put on with, and that's pretty much it. You can't really be out here trying to be friendly with everybody because not everybody is gonna be friendly with you. If they end up popping, you know what I mean. Where'd you want to go now, Pac or Melvin? We got Japan, Nicki Minaj, Meek Mill, marijuana. I mean,
I feel like the closest thing to at least to keep a good like ebb and flow of things. I think we can talk about Meek Mill because it roughly references what we were talking about previously.
Man,
Meek.
I don't listen to Meek like that. But they shouldn't have did him like that, though.
Do you think
I've been through that type of shit.
You think he's 2 to 4 years is too much?
They should have let that shit go a long time ago, bro.
To be 100% honest, I have no idea how he violated his probation or parole or whatever.
Earlier this year, he got into a fight because some fan ran up on him like, "Hey, I want a picture," and Meek was like, "No, like I don't want to take a picture with you. Go away." And I guess like a scuffle came out of that and some shit. And he's been failing.
Stop running up on me, fam. What the fuck is he running up on me for? I said no means no, bro. You gotta understand, like, would you want people running up on you?
No, I completely agree. Like, I don't want, because you never know what's gonna happen. They might run up on you, say, "I want a picture," and you be like, I'm not really feeling it," and then they fucking stab you or something.
That's why you gotta keep that bitch with you. I would be a billionaire with 50 shots at all times. It's going down. I'm not going, bro.
Besides that, there was a video that somebody and his crew or him posted driving recklessly in New York. And so the judge was like, "You know what? You've had too many chances. You're gonna be put away."
Somebody else driving, bro.
What?
I think it was him driving.
Yeah, it was. I think him driving.
It's his car.
But I mean, that doesn't mean just because it's your car doesn't mean you can disobey the rules of the road, bro.
What you mean disobey the rules of the road? This is my car. Did the police stop me for this? No. If I didn't get arrested for this, why the fuck does it matter to you?
I guess you have a point there.
And that is a good point. If you're not getting caught doing things you're not supposed to.
Not necessarily even caught. That man got money. He could have told the police, "Let me do this."
No, that's bribery of police.
What the fuck that mean? They do it every day.
Yeah, I know, but like, there's people in the club that can do that. Like, I'm not a part of that club. A lot of people aren't a part of that club.
Shit.
Like,
I'm
I wish I
bribing
could be a part of that club.
What, bribe the police?
Yeah, to be friends with
Bro,
the police.
you can't bribe the police. No, not be friends. Y'all not friends at all, bro.
Oh, definitely not.
Like, cause I know I'm not friends. You gotta look at it like this, bro. If you get pulled over and you get locked up for a gun, and the police tell you, go give me like a brick,
some names.
A brick. No, not no name. Go give me a brick of heroin, and you can go right now because you got like 50 bricks. Are you gonna give him that brick to go? He really gonna let you go? He gonna take your gun and then, you feel me, give him the brick. He really gonna let you go? Is you gonna give him the brick?
Nah, because then they'll just arrest you for that too, right?
No, they wouldn't arrest you. No, I'm saying he's really gonna let you go. He's not gonna arrest you for it.
Like, he's not trying to get you in. He's not trying to catch you up or nothing.
None of that shit.
So, kind of like,
He's finna take this brick and go put it on this brick and this gun and go put it on somebody else.
wait, what?
What you give him, he gonna take to go get somebody else.
To go frame somebody else?
Yes.
Oh, that's fucked up. And I didn't even think about it like that.
I mean, shit like that happens like all the time though, bro.
Really?
I mean, you could definitely talk about how.
I'm saying though, would you do it? Hold on, I want to know. Would you give him the brick?
Nah, I don't think I would.
So you would go to jail for the gun?
Yeah.
And you've been this is your third strike, rest of your life. You out.
Oh man.
Oh, he added that part. That part wasn't.
Yeah, that's okay. That's a whole lot of more weight. Oh man. That's,
or not even say it's not your. Say it's your second strike. So say his minimum nigga will give you 5 years. And you
5 strong years.
Five.
Max.
Yeah, like
max.
Like, yeah,
23-1. Every day.
Like consecutive, like not
you in your room 23 hours out the day.
God damn.
What you gonna do? That brick, you got 50 more, bro.
Like if you have $49 and somebody asks you, if you have $50 somebody asks you for $1 to get away, wouldn't you give them that $1? It's the exact same thing.
I mean, 50 bricks and $50 is a little different.
But it's the same. It's the same thing.
Nah,
it's the same
principle.
We just saying you got this type of money though.
Oh man, that's a tough one.
You this type of drug dealer.
Hypothetically speaking.
50 bricks.
Hypothetically speaking, of course.
Yeah, nobody here does anything besides smoke a little bit of weed. But anyways,
I don't smoke weed.
Man, I don't know. That's a tough one, Melvin. What do you think?
Bro, how is that tough?
That's not a tough question for me at all, bro. Like my perceived freedom is the most important thing to me whatsoever. So it's like if it was in a position where it was just like, if I can get away with this, and then I have the resources to get away with it comfortably, then hell yeah. Like if I have my 50 bricks of coke, 50 bricks of heroin, and he's requesting he's like, we know you got these drugs, but give us a portion of it, and then we'll forget, we'll drop the chart, we'll pretend this never happened. I'm like, give me 5 minutes, nigga. I don't care if I live 30 minutes away. Give me 5 minutes. I will have that.
I will teleport there.
Yeah, exactly. I will have it for you. Like I'm not gonna lose my freedom over something slightly minimal in my mind, at least.
Like
so
a gun.
Minimal. 5 years of your life is minimal.
That's extreme, but yeah, I mean, like over something small, like the fact that I, like hypothetically speaking, in this hypothetical, I have a gun, and I'm not supposed to have it, and I'm not about to take
on the police part. You're not supposed to do that at all. You're not supposed to ask me for that shit at all. You feel me?
Yeah. Agreed.
You're not supposed to be talking to me technically if you read me my rights.
Oh yeah. I can always just shut up.
So now we get into who's really wrong.
I mean,
there's always I don't know. I've heard plenty of stories, and then with Vlad TV stuff, there's always been times of them talking about police just doing dirty stuff to them, in a little Boosie interview, talking about how the
they never did so they didn't even catch me.
Lil Boosie was talking about the police pulling him over before he was really rapping, but back doing the drugs. They cut up his seats in his car, and he had some cash on him. They just threw the cash on the highway.
No, I believe that. I done seen 12 rip up burn the money before.
Yeah,
rip up $300.
And I've also heard about I've plenty of Vlad TV interviews that all the Chicago guys from out south, they would always be talking about anyone that go on Vlad. They're always talking about how the police would pick them up from where they're from and go take them to the enemies
oh
area.
Yeah, I've heard of that before.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And that's the same thing. That's just as corrupt because they're basically putting you in a predicament where you could get killed, willingly. You know what I mean?
Now I want you on the streets.
So it's I don't know. It's I'm not surprised with that level of corruption, meaning that you would have to dibble and dabble in it somewhat if it was for the sake of your freedom, I feel, at least. So the thing that happened with Meek Mill is crazy, but 2 to 4 years. If he disobeyed his parole then or probation or whatever, then
bribe this fucking judge.
If he could have maybe he could have tried to bribe them. I'm not going to consent to that. But I mean, I know Jay-Z said something about like him
bribing the judge.
No, Jay-Z was just like we're gonna have Meek Mill's back like 100%. Like we're gonna make sure that he doesn't do these motherfucking 2 to 4 years. Excuse me, he didn't say we're gonna make sure he does these 2 to 4 years. He doesn't do them, and like we're gonna have his back like all throughout the step of the step of the process. And it's just like
he still went to jail though.
And he did still go to jail. Like the mugshots were released like yesterday. But.
Yeah, but I also believe well, yeah, that's 2 years of not making money, and I kind of feel bad for him. I feel like 2 to 4 years was a little much. You know, give him 6 months. Be like, hey man, look, we're gonna put you away for like a little bit, but you're still gonna come back.
He knows what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you see the thing that was just like I saw something on Facebook. It was just like it was an article like his career might be over because of this. Which I think so. I think to an extent, like
he was taking L's before this,
but he wasn't taking L's that major though. You know what I mean? Like think about like if he actually does minimum the 2 years, 2 years where he's not gonna be pulling like a Gucci where then they can still release some music from jail. You know what I mean? At least I don't think so. I can't actually say. I believe that he will not be doing like the Gucci Man type of thing.
Gucci or fake Gucci?
Like I'm talking about back with the Gucci that was selling drugs and killing niggas, like that Gucci, like not the one that was writing books and and starring in reality TV shows. You know, like
I don't know that walk.
Yeah, exactly. But what's it called? Like he was like the Gucci at that time. He was still releasing music from jail, but I don't think Meek Mill is gonna be doing that. So it's like think about the Kevin Gates thing, bro. Like Kevin Gates is somewhat faded into obscurity. It's like a new mugshot or like post of him every couple of months. Like look how Kevin Gates looks now. Like now the individual has a beard. Like so much is going on in his life. Like and I just don't think he's gonna be able to maintain it. I think he's gonna come out like in a much lower position than he is in already. You know, because now he's like somewhat notorious for just taking like L's. So it's like now, like that happened after.
Get down on Gates like that.
No, Meek Mill, right?
Yeah, that happened. I'm not talking about Kevin Gates. I'm talking about Meek Mill at this point. But that happened after the first Drake thing. Like the first time, like he started some shit with Drake.
Taking L's.
Yeah, like it was like okay, Meek Mill just took this L, and then remember the shit was with the game. Like he made the diss track about the game, like talking about how he was like a male stripper or something. They also considered that another L because like that was a weak ass diss track and it was inaccurate.
And then Pest Control was hot as fuck.
Exactly, and then so it's like one of those things where
he made a song called Pest Control.
The game, like that was his response to Meek Mill's what's it called? I forgot the name of his diss song. But point being, like, I think this may be the end of his career, or at least, I mean, obviously, you know, if you're a big rapper as Meek Mill was at one point, your career never necessarily ends because, you know, if you could still be touring and things like that, but I feel like he won't be in the limelight.
Yeah.
Like he'll lose his shine. You know what I mean?
Limelight.
Yeah.
Meek Mill probably got like 1 or 2 songs that's a bust.
Yeah, but I also believe like Rick Ross is gonna take care of Meek Mill's family because Rick Ross seems like a very real type individual.
Meek better have enough money to take care of his own damn family, man.
I agree.
Keep talking about people taking care of this grown ass man, like, bro, he better have enough money to do that.
I mean, yeah, he's had a 12-year career.
If he does in Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah. He's like Houston, we have a problem.
Houston, because Meek been like ever since he really hit, he been hot. You
like 09, 2010.
Yeah, you feel me? Like he had he always had a banger out.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like at least one a year. You feel me?
Yeah,
he kept a banger out or a feature or something.
Mm-hmm.
So and this year, like I say, he got a couple of hot songs. So. He better have enough money to take care of his own damn family.
He definitely had the opportunity.
That's his homie. Don't get me Rick Ross. That's his boy or whatever. So he should. You feel me?
Yeah.
But still, that man should be able to take care of himself.
Yeah, he's had a 10-year career. Has had gold albums, hella mixtape, hella touring. He, as a 30-year-old man, he should definitely. 30? He's like 29. He's about to be 30.
I actually didn't know.
He too old to be going to jail. They bogus as fuck.
Yeah.
I feel like once you pass like the age of 25, you should not be going to jail, bro.
You should be focused more on like succeeding in life.
Yes.
Because I see where he's coming from with that because this may be somewhat of a tangent, but when it comes to things like that, you know, you what is it statistically like males don't become you're not completely mature until you're like 21, like for males, and for females it's like 19 or something like that. So it's like there's still a lot of like like childishness within you. So it's like you make mistakes and things like that. But I feel like once you hit that, like you said, I feel like 25 is a good mark, because that's also a time where where ideally you're supposed to have things figured out in life. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to be a 25-year-old like person like paying rent, like struggling to pay rent like month to month, because you know what I mean. Your jobs are that insecure. So it's like I definitely agree. Like you shouldn't be going to jail after age 25. I mean, but depends on what you dibble and dabble in. That's the same thing. You're never too old. Sadly, you're never too old to go to jail. But it is what it is.
I ain't gonna lie, it's hella old people, but Meek don't need to be the.
Yeah, Meek should definitely just focus on making money and working.
Freak Meek need to be free.
I guess so. If you say so.
Bro, did y'all see Tyrese Gibson? Nah, I just watched that shit yesterday, bro.
Really?
Bro,
I heard about it
for the first time, bro. Let me show you. I'm sorry, bro. Let me put a pause in this one, bro. Wait, bro. This shit is hilarious. You seen it?
I did not see it. Me and my barber were talking about it yesterday. I don't even know what was he crying about,
bro.
That he's broke.
No, he did not. Look, bro.
Is that really what it is?
Something like that. That's what I heard.
Look, bro.
This is all I got. This is all I got. Don't take my baby, okay? I've been away from my baby for 2 months. I just want my baby.
Bro, this can't be for real.
No, this is for real.
I know he was really crying, but it sounds so fucking staged.
Oh, you think I don't away, baby?
I don't want nobody.
It's not funny,
God,
but it's
am I doing
hilarious.
something illegal by doing this video, or am I protected by the First Right Amendment or the amendment?
Bro, I mean,
the First Right Amendment of the amendment.
Bro, like this video sounds so fake to me. Like it's like one of those things where it's like
From me.
it sounds so fucking fake. Like
I'm sorry, bro.
I know it.
Say, what do you want from me?
I know it's. I know. Apparently, it may be real, but I mean,
don't feel like Meek should be going that broke.
Where he's
Tyrese broke.
Yeah.
That's
crying on the
I
internet.
thought Tyrese had a lot of fucking money.
Me too, honestly, because of the deal they signed for the Fast and Furious movie. There's supposed to be like 12 of them.
Yeah.
So he still got 3 more full movies. See, hey, this takes it back to what I say in every episode.
Invest your money.
Invest your motherfucking money, bitch. Like.
And here's the thing about Tyrese: he's made millions upon millions of dollars. But
he said, "I'm down to $13,000 a month. What more do you want from me?"
But aside from his mansion, he has a Benihana's in his backyard, Starbucks.
Sell that.
He has that.
He has that in his backyard.
And you down to what? Nah, he lying. Never mind. That's staged. He don't want to pay child support. that man. I'm sorry for laughing, bro. Well, then I'm not sorry for laughing. He just don't want to pay child support.
He probably just pissed through his money and really doesn't have it because
if he got a Benihana's and a Starbucks in his backyard, bro, yes, the fuck he does.
He pissed away his money.
Nah. If he has that in his backyard, no, he didn't. He got his money put up.
I don't know. So what's next on the
How you down to $13,000 a month and got 2 restaurants? I mean, like a restaurant and a coffee shop in your backyard.
You have a point there, bro.
Yeah. Nicki Minaj.
Oh sure. I mean.
Or Japan. You want to talk about Japan?
Let's talk about Nicki first.
Okay. So
Nicki Minaj.
Do you want to do the fill-in or do you want me to do it?
You can go ahead, bro.
For those of you who don't know, what was it? I believe it was 2 days ago. Nicki Minaj's brother. I think he was actually arrested.
Convicted.
Oh, yeah. No, my bad. He was actually convicted for. Huh?
You got some ice.
Potentially, bro. Check it. I'm not sure, but he was convicted for rape, and that's been an ongoing thing since like roughly like 2015. Mm-hmm. And so yeah. And something that was mentioned before we started the podcast is just all the craziness that tends to happen whenever information on Nicki's brother comes out. Like, she talks about how much like good she's doing for the community and things like that to try to like avert the attention of it, try to emphasize that it's not such a bad thing. But yeah, now he's been convicted, so we're gonna see where that goes.
So he's 37. Excuse me. He's 37. His stepdaughter. He is accused and found guilty, putting it in pretty much all 3 of her holes. And that's really fucked up to say, bro.
Okay.
So he's going So he's gonna get a 25 to life. What do you think, Pac?
If
If
he touched that little girl, he deserved what they gave him.
No, he was found guilty. Next month is sentencing. He's potentially gonna get a 25 to life.
If he did, he deserved what they gave him. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I completely agree, bro.
That's coming from a hardened individual who spent some time in prison, so I'm assuming his hate of these individuals is much larger than the typical person. And that's something else he's gonna have to deal with. He's gonna spend 25 and...
Nah, you gotta look at it, bro. You gotta have morals, bro. You a grown ass man. Why is you touching on a little ass girl, bro? That's a child, bro.
Yeah.
You got me there, bro. You're right.
Like that shit always fuck. Like I always like had an anger toward those type of people, bro. Like what the fuck is wrong with you?
You have a point
there.
But I ain't finna continue that. I'm gonna get really, you feel me?
Real heated.
Yeah, I'm gonna get heated and say something.
I mean, I feel like he will get what he deserves, whether it's in this life or the next, because that is just so beyond fucked up, in my personal opinion. Like, your stepdaughter, like... And then, one of the things that happened was that little girl's brother walked in while it was happening, and he had to go to the trial, go on the stand and describe what happened. And I feel,
oh man, if Lil Bro say he did it, he did it.
Yeah, that's
that's even worse.
So I think we can all agree, like, nobody... What do you guys think about the judge actually taking on the case and defending him? Because what the judge, or not the judge, what the lawyer was trying to say is the stain mark that had his semen on the little girl's pajamas was only there because it got mixed in the laundry.
Yeah, emphasis on that.
Semen dries up.
Yeah.
It closed within like 15 minutes.
Yeah, roughly.
Roughly like 15 minutes.
I've ruined enough underwear to know that.
Yeah, you know, motherfucker ruined enough undies shit. You feel me, bro? And I'm pretty sure was it a large amount?
I don't know that much.
Well, I don't want to know, but either way it goes, bro, that shit was there. It was fresh.
I don't know. Excuse me. Yeah, that's I don't know. I mean, as far as for when you were talking about the lawyer, the way I see it, bro, at the end of the day, lawyers are there to fucking get paid. So it's like, he just because at the end of the day, no matter who he's defending, no matter how many murderers or pedophile rapists that he's defending, he got to pay. He got to make sure his family eats at night. So it's like. That's like regardless of why I'm not gonna say like he's a supporter of him, but he's just doing what he's paid to do.
He's just trying to chase the check.
Yeah, like everyone.
Oh man, but you still have morals in all this, right? Like me personally, if I was a lawyer and I was thinking of going into law,
you know, people that don't take those cases.
Yeah, I would never be able to, bro.
I feel like it's one of those things where you say you wouldn't be able to, but if they're with the money that they're offering you, like it might change your mind. You know what I mean? Like there's like you feel like. Like we were talking about this a lot. We talk about this a lot in sociology and shit. Like you feel like you wouldn't act a certain way based on how you think now, but when actually put into that predicament, you can't necessarily determine how you would act. You can assume based on what you know about yourself, but that it varies. They gave some example of like some prison case some prison like experiment they did in the 70s where you know what I'm talking about, where it was like they made certain people the guards and they made certain people the inmates, and pretty quickly the guards became like really forceful, hateful, like basically bullies to the inmates. And at the end of the day, this is just a voluntary like experiment, meaning that nobody told you to act that way. They just began to act that way because they were put in that predicament. And a lot of things that they said afterwards, they were just like, I never knew I could do something like that. Like I never knew I could like be that like mean to people. So it's like one of those things where you can't necessarily say that you wouldn't take it, depending on the money. I feel like at least.
Man, no.
Yeah. Pac said it perfectly. Just no, bro.
On the weird. Okay, well, anyways, moving on. So the Louis C.K. thing. So
Louis C.K. Oh man.
We didn't even. This wasn't even in our little agenda. But the Louis C.K. thing, I feel like I saw it this morning as I was half awake scrolling through social media, and basically over the course of several years, he's just basically exposed himself in his most vulnerable moments.
He was masturbating
in front of coworkers at his office or whatever, and now that shit has come to the light. It's been like 5 different women who said that they've seen him do, like, he's done it specifically to them.
And I remember telling you like a week or two ago, like, isn't it crazy how no men are coming out in this whole Harvey Weinstein shit?
Yeah.
It's because I feel like a lot of these guys are really fucking people up.
Harvey Weinstein was also doing something similar. Like
he was the real life casting couch.
What is that?
Where he would go up.
Wait, tangent. You never heard of the casting couch, bro?
No.
The casting couch is like a porn subject where it's basically like the porn like they basically
if you want to get a part, you have to have sex with the person that's there.
And and the casting couch is like an area of porn where they basically make fun of that. Yeah, where so they basically bring these girls in jokingly. Of course, they're just like, oh, so what are you willing to do? And then, obviously the girl ends up having sex and like that. But the casting couch is a real thing, though.
Yeah, and
the casting couch is where they go fuck at.
No. Harvey Weinstein would go up to a girl and be like, oh, hey, I'm Harvey Weinstein. I own Weinstein Productions. I could put you in a movie if, you give me a massage. And, the girl's going to be like, okay, to star in a movie for a massage? Okay, cool. And then he'd be like, oh, but now you have to do this, and this.
Happy ending.
Yeah, and if you don't do this, I'll make sure you never work again. And that's pretty much the gist of it. And he did it for the past, 20, 30 years.
Is he like a fat guy?
He's an old fat guy now, yeah.
With
now.
Black hair with a mustache?
I'll look up a picture right now. But,
so, he was the casting couch.
He was the OG casting couch.
Yeah, before there was a funny porn series called The Casting Couch, he was already doing things like that.
This guy. I don't know if you've seen him before.
No.
Well, he's kind of one of the top guys in Hollywood. Yeah. So I said it before, it's crazy how no men
so
came
it
out.
wasn't porn.
No, he was doing legit movies, big motion pictures.
No, yeah, but what I was referencing was just another series of porn that that what he referenced,
Yeah, because I feel like Louis C.K. is a good example. A lot of men are on this bullshit, using their power for selfish means, and if they say no, which you always have the right to say no, but I don't know. I see where you're coming from.
I've never been a fan of those type of deals, though. It's one of those things where it's the parameters of the deal start to change as you get closer to what you're supposed to be expecting. So like you said, you gave the example, he's supposed to just be this chick's just supposed to be rubbing his back, maybe his legs. Just how they do full body massages, and
he turned over,
and then he turned over. Next, he turned over with a hard dick, and it's just what you gonna do about it, and and then basically forces her oh well.
It's not a force.
It's not a force, but he's like, hey, if you really want this movie, kiss it a couple times or whatever. I don't know. I that's just a hypothetical of what potentially might happen.
Some of them bitches be wanting to do that shit though.
Yeah, and
are willing to.
Yeah, and some of them are.
But like I said, I'm just not a fan of the whole thing. When parameters change, but it's I can still understand. It's one of those things where think about it like this: if you get a starring role in a Hollywood movie. That's a great place to start. Even if the movie doesn't do well, you'll still get a little fat check that you can use to use some money. So it's from the perspective of a female, it's I could suck this dick for potentially I don't know $40 million.
Yeah.
Basically and it's in that mindset it's still not that bad. So it's I feel that's why it's become such a.
Do what, bro?
But my only problem is if the chick is nah, I don't feel doing this old man, and then he's okay, you'll never work again. I think that part is the fucked up part, beyond the obvious. You know what I mean?
The threat of not being ever used.
Because I feel that's he has enough money to go, to Thailand and fucking pay prostitutes however much he wants. Pay all the
transsexual prostitutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Who wants to go there to do that?
A lot of men want to go there.
Don't get me wrong, I want to travel, but not to go buy bitches. But if I buy them, can I bring them back?
No.
Because if I'm gonna buy something, I'm taking it with me. I buy the bitch, bring it back, sell her.
What the fuck?
You thought go buy a prostitute and keep her?
I don't think that's how prostitutes work, bro. I don't think you buy them and keep them.
No, I'm finna get this bitch.
I think
$1,000 American dollars and sell it over here for like 10 bands.
You rent the. I think you just rent the bitch for 7 to 11 minutes. Like that's what prostitution is. Like I don't think you actually.
That's what. Yeah, how about that?
Oh, so I actually just found an article. This topic is really interesting to me because especially with Angel mentioning that he's not really hearing too much about people coming out. I actually just found an article that talks that like has several artists, not several actors and people from Hollywood who have
Well, it was men too.
Yeah, not it was strictly men who have also been implicated.
Strictly men.
Yeah, it was strictly men in this case who are just
what?
Who've basically been alleged in other similar sexual harassment cases. Steven Seagal is on the list. He's definitely one of the most like credible people other than Louis C.K. that's on the list. You know, Steven Seagal was a huge like movie action star in the late 80s, mid 90s, and now he's kind of like a joke because he's just just
a fat guy.
He's just some old fat guy who's still starring in like straight to DVD action movies. And but yeah, he's on the list.
DVD.
Yeah, like the majority of Steven Seagal's movies at this point, like you will never see them in theaters. Yeah. Like he's still making movies, but they
For real?
Yeah, you just won't ever see them in theaters.
What movies?
Like they're just all like bullshit action movies that are super cliche.
Never heard of them.
You've heard of Steven Seagal, bro?
If you
I know who Steven Seagal is.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, what movies is recent?
I mean, there's one. I don't know, bro. Like they're straight to DVD, meaning most people probably don't know about them. Like I think one of them is called like Contract to Kill or something like that.
I have no idea.
But anyways, Jeremy Piven is also on the list.
I heard about him. What was that one dude? That's like 50, 2.5 Men.
Whoa.
You know who it is? Charlie Sheen. He just came out, or something just came out that he sodomized a 13-year-old boy when he was in his 20s.
Charlie,
fuck him in the ass.
He raped his ass, literally.
Yeah.
Right.
So, bro.
Why did you just say rape? You said all you gotta see is the big word.
Because sodomize is a much cleaner way of saying like anal penetration.
Yeah. But yeah. So, bro, shit is coming out, bro.
Andy Dick is also on this list.
Andy Dick.
We talk about you know Andy Dick, bro. He's even if you don't know him, you know.
He's a comedian.
Yeah, he's not funny, but he's a comedian.
He tries.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, we talked about the Kevin Spacey thing last week, but obviously he's on the list. Like this list is massive.
Yeah.
Like, there's like, I don't know, at this point I've scrolled through like 15 different guys who are all like prominent actors in Hollywood. Or
like who? Like
I said it, bro. Like Steven Seagal. Like we talked about Kevin Spacey. We talked about Andy Dick. And apparently President George Bush, like the dad George Bush,
Senior.
Yeah, is also on that list. Like there's just lots of like cases of sexual assault by these famous like personalities. You know.
Well, what I don't understand is there's women that are probably trying to fuck them. Why are they going about doing this, bro?
That's what I've never understood, bro. Like I've never understood whatsoever. Like who? This isn't recent news, but Mystical, the rapper, remember, shake that ass.
Accused of rape. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been accused of rape a couple of times. He was actually convicted.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, he was actually convicted of rape a couple, like I don't know, like a month or two back. And just like something when it's like, why are you doing that? Like it's one of those things where Mystical, after he got out of jail for that, he was in jail for like 8 years. I don't know for what, but after he got out, he got signed to Cash Money by Birdman, meaning he has all this access to pussy. So why are you out like raping bitches? Like, I know it's not that simple. It's not like he literally just went out and like prowled after a girl and like fucked shit out of her in an alley without her consent. But still, why are you even in a position? Why are you even putting yourself in that predicament when, you know, if you know what I'm saying?
I get it. I mean, I get your point. I don't understand how, you know, you do a show or you do a movie, you go hit the red carpet, and you still want to go out here and rape. Like, I think that's really fucked up. And I was watching, you know, Brilliant Idiots, and they're like, who knows, maybe guys like Charlie Sheen, maybe they really can't sleep at night, and that's why they do so many drugs. And I feel as if, even then, like, that's fucked up.
Like that was that arguing like there's something inherently wrong within them that causes them to act erratically. Like I feel like that's such a I don't like to bring race in that, but I feel like that's such a white like
mental illness,
white defense. You know, like it's just really difficult for him to compensate. So this is why he does what he does. This is why he does what he does. This is why he roofies girls at bars or
why you gotta roofie him, bro.
Oh,
why he gotta roofie
little
him?
Side tangent. 2 days ago, Pac-Man and I and his one of his close friends, we were talking. He was basically trying to rationalize selling roofies.
I mean, like I said, I'm selling roofies. If you're looking for them, I got them, bro. And I don't got them for real. I don't got no roofies at all. But I'm saying, bro, if I was to ever have the opportunity to sell them, I would sell them, bro. I wouldn't use them. I wouldn't give them to people, but I would sell them to people, bro.
So indirectly saying he consents to everything that's been happening in Hollywood.
No, I really don't.
He consents to money. To money.
Yeah,
that's what it is,
to
right?
money, bro. You give me 500 roofies, I'm selling all these bitches $20 a pop.
Okay.
It's going.
Bro, let's not get too far back into this conversation.
I mean,
it's just.
I don't think we need to.
I'm just the real one, bro.
But I don't think we need those.
I could sell a ketchup popsicle to a bitch with white gloves on, bro.
Hey, that was smooth, bro. But
I never heard that. I like that.
You feel me?
Anyways, let's not consent to things like that, or let's not even hypothesize about consenting to things like that. And so, what's next on the list, Angel?
Talk about Japanese killing.
All right, so there's a thing. Somebody just told me, who was sitting right behind me, that in Japan there's a website where you can
series of
websites where you write on there, oh man, I just want to die. Like, this is bullshit. Life sucks. Somebody's gonna come up and kill you, bro. Like, somebody will find you, or you can put your address, and if you want to die, it's like Amazon for murder.
Yeah, it's like, basically,
or suicide rather.
Amazon for suicide. Yeah, that's how I quoted it, and it is what is it? I mean, isn't it just in general though? Like I read something that suicide rates are just not read, but I heard about there's like a suicide like forest in like Japan that's like really prominent because like hundreds of people have gone there to kill themselves and things like that. So it's like
a suicide forest.
Yeah, it's like a forest somewhere in like a rural area in Japan where it's just like a lot of people have gone there. I saw this on Vice like 3-4 years ago. Yeah, it's just like an area where people just go and like hang themselves. Like, it's just a huge like area. It just happens a lot. So it's like,
wait, and on Viceland they went there?
Yeah, on Viceland they actually went to the forest.
Did they see anybody hanging?
No, but because obviously people find these bodies. But anyways, back to more specifically what we were talking about as far as with this website.
So yeah, this website, and it kind of attributes to Japan now. Per 100,000 people, 20 people are killing themselves. In America, we got hella guns. Like, we got hella guns where, like, if you want to kill yourself, you can kill yourself. And even our suicide rate is like 14 per 100,000. So them, I mean, I don't know how they're killing themselves. Somebody comes up with a katana and slices your head clean off.
This ain't a Kill Bill movie.
This is anime.
Don't get me wrong, bro. That goes into the fact of like people going through shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes to the killer. Like, do these people get paid to kill these people?
No payment.
Do we know that for sure?
I mean, we don't know that for sure. Somebody could leave a few $100s right next to them.
I ain't gonna lie. No, you gotta pay through a card. I need 50,000 to kill you how you want it.
I think what he just said connects perfectly into the dark web.
Mm-hmm.
The dark web is, a lot of people don't know about the dark web, makes up the majority of the internet. Just people don't access it probably. There's certain browsers that you have to use to get to the dark web. And specifically it's called the Tor browser. You can use it to hide your IP address, or you can use it for like YouTube and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But then there's also crazy shit like murder porn and like real murder porn. Mm-hmm. And like like I'll show you after the podcast, bro. I'll show you a video.
No, I don't want to see.
No, I'm saying. Bro, that's not what I'm saying. I'll show you a video that describes the dark web, like to give you an idea of it. Yeah. It's like there's contract killers on like basically anything that you can get, anything illegal, you can get on the dark web. You can get drugs. You can hire hitmen.
I don't want.
No, but I'm just saying like there's like for off of the thing that he said where it's like if I'm gonna need to come and help you commit suicide basically. Then I need money, but there's already a place where you can get that. There are websites where you can hire contract killers for significantly less.
That's probably where that shit is.
Like $20,000, like to kill somebody, So it's like, if you say, yeah.
I mean, I think you could take it to economics. Like, there's a supply and demand to it. In my opinion, there's a lot more people out here that want to know what it's like to catch a body more than people trying to kill themselves. So I think, like, that might drive down the price a little bit.
I mean, if from that perspective, if a nigga just really has if a person just have an urge to kill someone and they see this is how they can do it, then I guess
then they'll take whatever they can get.
Yeah, then I guess to each their own, So it's like, even if it's I don't know, man, you got me there.
Damn. Any other thoughts on that?
Nah, bro.
So we got legalization of marijuana or Paradise Papers. Where would you guys like to move on to?
It's up to you. I'll let you take the Jesus take the wheel in this case. Angel take the wheel.
Pat?
What?
Marijuana or corruption in government?
I feel like weed should just be legalized.
100%?
They need to stop it, bro.
And I can add on to that only because if, for example, in Colorado, what is it? It's since like 2012 or whenever it is that they legalized recreational weed. Like
Shreddy said she had some weed that had ass tripping, like she was off acid in Colorado.
Exactly.
I want that.
No, but yeah,
I want that.
Their economy has like what is it? That like just the recreational marijuana sales alone like made them like $4 million in
plus tourism.
Yeah, in the course of like it was like in 1 year, like that's how much they made. So it's like realistically recreational.
Cupcakes made like 100 million.
Yeah, exactly. There's like that, like the recreational, like the economic benefits from the recreational drugs are very massive. Realistically, you know what I mean? And and we could even connect that to other stuff like
this. Just the government needs to be smart and just sell everybody weed for like low ass prices and make money for it.
Yeah, instead of
like, no, you don't need a fucking ID to buy weed. No, you don't need to be like 16 and up, I guess, if you want to put an age on it. But it's so easy to get it. You feel me? They would make money. They're being dumb. They don't want us to smoke weed. I'm pretty sure everybody in the White House smokes weed. The president did and or does coke.
Wait, Donald Trump?
Yes.
Trump's a rich white man. Of course he does coke, man.
Yeah, he can afford.
Yeah, and plus he was born into money. You know he was doing coke.
You know he was knocking them lands down.
At a young age, bro.
At a young age, killing shit. But it's like, bro, let's legalize weed, fuck.
Yeah, I think they should
legalize Molly. That's really what they do. They should legalize Molly, bro.
Yeah, I think they should.
Package deal.
You can't buy one without the other. No, I think they should treat it as if it was cigarettes. You know, just be 18. You're an adult. You're a legal adult. You can do whatever the fuck you want, buy whatever you want, and just tax it, and we can get out
tax
of
it.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Like cigarettes, right?
Like cigarettes. I mean, a pack of cigarettes and.
So you get you a pack of weed.
A pack of rolls.
Yeah, like a pack of like pre-rolled blunts.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's a great way. You know what I mean? And you could sell it for like $20.
Mm-hmm.
And then because a pack of cigarettes is like $12, and for the most part, you know, I mean, of course, you know, weed like kills brain cells and shit like that, but fucking everything kills brain cells, bro. Everything kills brain cells. Like brain, like your neurons are constantly dying and like and then being reformed. So it's like technically brain cells are always dying. So it's like But I mean, cigarettes literally cigarettes really kill people. So it's like one of those things where if they can commercialize cigarettes into a massive fucking market, we can easily follow in suit because, you know, you're not going to get lung cancer from smoking weed. You know what I mean? Like, or maybe you will, but for the most part, it doesn't seem like it happens.
You wouldn't if you smoke the right shit. Stop smoking fucking Swishers, man. That shit's horrible.
We're not about Swisher life.
Like, bro, like if you're going to roll in anything, roll in the wood or a Dutch, something of a leaf. But papers, cool. Raw cones, cool. Hemp papers, cool.
Or get a vape.
Yeah, vape is like the perfect answer. Like there's no.
That vape takes too long for me.
No,
unless that just gotta be fully loaded, and I would smoke the whole vape.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you would need to do that, bro.
I would until at least it's like get high.
Did you try the vape?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I hate it. It tastes like Sprite.
Really?
Yeah. To me,
I didn't get that. But,
I mean, neither.
That's it doesn't matter to each their own.
I mean, the weed that I smoked last night tasted like Sprite too.
Your ass was capping that shit. Not just like Sprite.
What's capping?
Capping's another word for like tweaking or like it's another colloquial term that I kind of picked up from him more so than anything else. But yeah, that's
capper, folks.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell no. That's what, man, look.
But we got it. We're getting off topic.
Right,
so,
we getting off topic. So
Colorado, their violent crimes actually went down after legalizing marijuana.
Cause bro, everybody's high as fuck, knocked the fuck out on the couch,
Yeah.
covered in donut crumbs. That's why.
I was gonna say Doritos, but yeah, same principles. Yeah, people are at home chilling, not wanting to kill people. If you want to go out there and beat somebody up, they'll be like, you know what, smoke a little bit of weed, just chill out, calm down, relax.
Exactly. So Colorado's a prime example of
that it works.
That recreational, not just medical, recreational marijuana is beneficial for the community as a whole. If crime goes down, the economy goes up. Like, what else do you want for society?
I mean, I heard, like, bro, I seen the fucking app for weed, bro, yesterday. I mean, like, a couple of days ago. I really want to go, like...
You're talking about the app that shows the dispensaries and
weed
shit.
maps. No, that shit delivered to you and everything, bro.
Oh, shit.
Doorstep status, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Uber Eats.
But for weed.
But for weed, bro. I was like, what the
I heard
fuck
about
is called
that.
weed maps?
Oh, okay.
That shit decent. But they got it in Chicago, but it's really not in Chicago. It's harder to get it out here.
Of course. But
I would think it'd be easier because everybody knows somebody that smokes some weed.
But at the same time, it's not legal.
It's not like weed maps to drug dealers. It's weed maps to dispensaries and weed shops and.
So kind of more like a Quiznos,
like
something
Uber
like
Eats. Because you get your edibles on there and everything.
Oh,
interesting.
I mean that's cool, and I feel like we should definitely legalize it for recreational use.
Motherfuckers won't get caught lacking going outside to get weed.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much. You could go get you some good weed right off your phone. Couple weed brownies and peanut butter cookies, snickerdoodles and shit like that.
Completely 100% legal.
100%.
Some Girl Scout Thin Mints with added THC.
Yeah, you know.
I fucking hate Thin Mints.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Bro, what's the one cookies they have? What's the one Girl Scout cookies that are kind of like vanilla wafers?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about? There's ones that are like they're just like vanilla cookies. Like they come in a blue box. Well, fuck all y'all.
I literally only know
Samoans.
Samoans.
Nobody know nothing about them weak ass cookies you talking
Bro,
about.
I only know Thin Mints. I only know Thin Mints.
Thin Mints are nasty.
Okay,
bro.
we're getting off topic again.
We are. Thin Mints suck. Invest your fucking money.
Yeah, invest your money. Isn't technically marijuana legal in the state of Illinois for medical use?
Yeah, there's a dispensary fairly close to here.
Really?
There's one on Berwyn and Clark, which is a mile and a half away from here.
Hey, you hear me?
What idea you just have, bro? I can tell you that you just thought about something by the face you're making.
Yeah.
What's your idea, bro?
Nothing.
It's something illegal. I already know. Anyway.
Yeah, wait till we stop recording.
Anyways, yeah. So it's like, yeah, there's dispensaries like all over the city, and they're really, the people in there are really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like me and my best friend went there. I'm actually gonna apply for that one. I keep forgetting to do it, but they're like hiring. I'm gonna get a job there.
They're hiring?
Yeah, they're hiring.
I'm gonna go apply.
You trying to apply for it? You got a resume?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I made you one. Yeah, so.
I was just gonna say that.
But yeah, so. Point being, it should be. So what's the next topic? What do you want?
I mean, the last topic I have is this thing called the Paradise Papers, which is a multi-terabyte leak of documents from the Cayman Islands, I believe, that basically puts everybody's dirty laundry out for everybody to see. That actually came out a week ago, and my accounting professor was actually talking about it, and he told me like once he reads it, he can shed more light on it because he's a very intelligent man. He basically said everybody is corrupt, and this shows exactly how it's done.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, let's say Apple, they don't want to pay millions upon millions, billions maybe of taxes. They send their money to the Cayman Islands where they don't pay taxes, and then they send it back to America where it's technically quote unquote taxed, and they don't have to pay shit. Meanwhile, like you or me or you, like if we did that, we'd actually go to jail for that. And that's one of the biggest things that people are writing about.
Wait, what exactly?
Above the law.
What exactly is illegal about that? That's the one thing that.
Tax evasion.
Okay.
Because you kind of have to pay your taxes, otherwise, you go to jail.
But I can see how that's such a desired thing, because especially if you reference like entertainment, like they take like taxes are in like a massive abundance. Like it's like one of those things where if you make $10 million, the IRS wants like $3 million of that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like one of those things where
it depends on how you do it though. Like That's why I probably would never sign a record deal, bro.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, I just make all my money off shows. I wouldn't even do an album.
That's what like Tech Nine does. Like Tech Nine like tours like all year long.
Yeah.
And he's like
he sells merchandise.
And like every year he's on like the Forbes list as like one of the richest people in America. Like he just, and you know, the independent. But point being, regardless, like that level of tax evasion is definitely like I could definitely rationalize to an extent like how people would want to do that. Like it's like
obviously,
like it's like this is the hard art. Like you talk about Apple. Like this is a company that we built as a together. Why, if we're making $100 million, why am I giving? What did the IRS do? Why am I giving the IRS $20 million of my $100 million? They didn't do 20% of the work. And that's directly referencing. I'm directly referencing a Dave Chappelle skit, like when it was like one of the where but that was his exact words. Like he was just like, "You want half of my money? You didn't do half of the work. Why do you get half of my money?" So it's like I can definitely rationalize why people want to do that. Yes, it's illegal. Yes, taxes do for the most part, taxes do very good things for societies to an extent. But
like what?
Like taxes are higher. Like in Canada, taxes are higher, but there's also free healthcare. Yeah, like that basically funds that. Like higher taxes.
Also free healthcare.
Yeah, bro. Like higher taxes fund the free healthcare, meaning that the hospitals can say, "Huh?
Do you got healthcare?"
That's not important right now because it's actually illegal to not be insured. So I'm not gonna talk about that.
I've been uninsured. It's not that bad.
I'm uninsured, nigga. See, you make me a minute.
Damn, we twisted your arm, Melvin.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
So, but I'm just saying, point being, I can to stay on top. I can understand how like people would want to do that. If I can send my money to somewhere where where
I can keep my money,
where I keep all of it.
Yeah.
Like I don't even because it's like, think about it like this: if you got $10 and a nigga asks you for $3, you're gonna be mad. So it's the exact same way.
Nah, it depends on who asking me for the $3.
Nah,
if it's the government.
That shit did.
Say you sell a video game. Say you sell some sunglasses for $10, and somebody saw you selling those sunglasses, was just like, "Let me borrow $3, bro."
That shit over.
Exactly. So it's the exact same way.
Yeah, and the crazy thing about it is technically it's not illegal, so it's perfectly legal if you tell the IRS, so they can still get their cut. The problem was that these companies make fake shell companies to just hold all their money that they feel like having there, and then telling the government, oh, instead of making $100, we made 45, so we'll give you $3-4, and that's where the problem lies.
Okay.
And I really want my professor to come on here to talk about it because I don't know enough. I know a little bit. I know everybody's on some bullshit, and people like you and me, we're paying the taxes to cover all the government's bullshit to help them.
Yeah. I agree, and it's also interesting because everything that you're talking about is all these like big companies or like big because you mentioned like the Queen Elizabeth or whatever, and
she
has like Donald Trump. What you said, Vladimir Putin's son-in-law. So basically same thing. It's like all these people with massive amounts of money are dibbling and dabbling in this business. So there's. You're not hearing too many actors or too many rappers or anything like that who are doing stuff like this.
Because this isn't millionaires, bro. These are billionaires and billion-dollar companies doing this shit.
Exactly. So it's like one of those things where I don't know, like that's.
And that's something that Bernie Sanders kind of talked about. Uncle Bernie.
Feel the burn.
Yeah, he was.
Feel the burn, bitch.
He was talking about how in Russia.
He's laughing. That's not a cough.
Nah, bro. I just had a flashback of this shit when somebody says something, and when you do it, like watch how people look at you.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna do it, bro.
Okay.
I thought about doing it though.
Continue, Angel.
Yeah, Bernie Sanders was kind of saying like, oh yeah, how in Russia there's oligarchs. There's oligarchs, people, they get like a selected handful of people that kind of run this shit almost like a mob. Well, that's kind of the same thing in this world economy, that there's only a few people that really run this shit, and they only help their friends. And
power elite theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I've been paying attention to my sociology classes.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's what that is. The power elite theory is basically the idea that the world is run by a small group of people, and they only have their best interests in mind.
And that's why these big corporations get tax cuts and, tax hikes for poorer people like you and me.
Yeah, and that's why the Scientology is a thing.
What?
That's why Scientology is a successful thing. Like they opted at, even though it's they claim to be a religion, So that because religious institutions aren't taxed. So if they cut and then there's like Tom Cruise and Isaac Hayes. Like
it's really hard to get out of Scientology.
Yeah, once you're in there, it's for life, bro. It's like
a gang.
It's a gang. It's mob shit.
Blood in, blood out. There we go. But yeah.
Oh shit.
Fire.
Well, we have somebody else walking in.
Yeah, we have
another special guest. Maybe
Emmy Joe. Yeah. So.
Hello there, Emily.
Hi.
Did you guys want to wrap up?
Yeah, I think we can wrap it up there.
Hi City Pac-Man. Where can they find you?
Everywhere, you never there.
What, nigga?
So YouTube, Google, Hi City Pac-Man.
YouTube, Google, Bing, Yahoo.
Don't Bing.
Bing.
No Bing. Everything else but Bing.
Instagram, really. Oh no.
What's your name on Instagram, bro? So people know. Like,
These nuts.
Nigga, you are tweaking. So, at High City Pac-Man on Instagram. We taking over the whole world. We kidnapping white people. Yeah. We filming Look at Me Now videos. We doing everything that
you thought of.
Yeah, everything that you didn't think that we could be doing, we doing for publicity.
So Melvin, where can they find you?
Chef Uncle Melvin on Instagram. Grandmaster Perp so with an E on Snapchat. Add me on Facebook. Follow me on Tinder. Whatever you need to do. Like
How do you follow
Tinder?
Yeah, I don't know.
What the fuck?
Just whatever. However you can get in contact with me, get in contact with me.
You got an urban chat, Melvin?
I do. Oh yeah, add me on blackpeoplemeet.com. And I'm also on Farmers Only.
Christian Mingle.
Definitely can't. Don't forget that.
Looking for the best thoughts. I'm Christian Mingle.
Exactly. Like I'm trying to find the one that God has put on earth for me through Christian Mingle. Find me there.
Damn. And I've been Angel Manuel. Follow me. Check out my other videos. I'm gonna try to put a link up to High City Pac-Man's videos on this video and one of my videos. So it's gonna be hella videos on the video for the videos. Follow me on Instagram, AngelVega8559. And this has been Mansplaining Done Right. Everybody good?
Everybody good. Mansplaining Done Right.
Alright, stay blessed.